put my deuce up, I will not live in apology. I wish you lose love, but truly you suck. Gon' make way for a prodigy.
Nobody do it better than me, not incredibly. I do this competitively, uneditably. These falling silent when I walk up in the building. Worry about their future like I'm here to snatch their children. That line was brilliant. How I'm not already in the millions? Am I not the picture of resilience? Why they test my patience? Hyping all this lame.
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And we've got the Dragons' superstar tight end. They're few better in the red zone as he comes in fourth and touchdown reception.
And we are underway from Houston. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. And a look here at the veteran under center, their seventh-year quarterback.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with.
If you go 3 to 1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now here's Young. And this is incomplete. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And this would have been returned to right around the 38-yard line.
So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
So, CD, here we are. You look at how well this offense has played all year. 16-0. Now, in most years, they'd be at home right now enjoying.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Just held on to the football too long there, Charles. That's point blank, right?
Yeah, I agree with that totally. You've got to have that internal clock that goes in your head that says either get rid of the football or flush and go and use your legs and try and pick up the first down. I think you hung in there too long and the blitz got to him.
So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. Their 2nd drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
Young to throw it. Can't get away, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, Young. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Fielded at the 43. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Taken down at the 30. Hey, look at this Baltimore defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group...
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Following the interception, Young. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Brings up 2nd and 17 at the 35-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you. You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. And he's had his struggles here early with a couple of interceptions as he'll try to refocus with a 1st and 10 to start this drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Young. Got a man and he hits him in stride. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw, Young. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First down, Ravens.
Off the play fake, Young. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 38. Now Young. And a quick throw here, that's complete. of 6, and that'll bring up second down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. $3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Young to throw it. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 23-yard line.
Young now. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Young. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Again, it's Young. Over the middle, it's complete. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking on some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
A 2nd down throw for Young. Wide open receiver, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. To the air once more, Young. Under pressure, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Here is Young. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Taking it about the 16. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And they will take over 1st and 10. Houston set to take over. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Carpenter. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. So they bring their punter out there now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at about the 28. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better play. So they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Young. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Young on 3rd down. In trouble, and he's taken down. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And we'll see what he can do on the return. On 1st down, Carpenter trying to lay one up deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Off play action. Carpenter. Oh, that is incomplete. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. On 1st and 10, Young. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Now a pause, so there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is indeed good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And that flag accepted.
The roughing the kicker called on 4th down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll throw again. Young. And it's a fumble.
And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
Throwing, Young. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Is good.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. One final go for this offense here in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guy.
He's got it with the 15. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 1st and 10, Carpenter. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
On 3rd down, Carpenter. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So they're able to end that drive. in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we've hit halftime.
Hey, we get it. No time to waste. Playoffs starting next week. We skip right over halftime and get back to the action.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. So this go to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half. Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We got a man shaken up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first.
Red zone. Back to throw. That's complete right around the 8. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Come on. Hey. Ready.
They'll set up a throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
79 Broncos. Go.
Back to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Earlier, they had 2 other 4th down conversion attempts that did not go their way. This time, it does go their way.
And this reminds me of a conversation I had with him in the offseason. There wasn't even a game to be played. But what he told me, I have enough confidence in my team and my play calling ability that I think I can always pick it up. Thus, they continue to go for it.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the 2nd half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now here's Young. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
At the 38-yard line.
Looking to throw, Young. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They go play action. Young. And that's going to be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. This is taken at about the 14. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Misses yet again, and the struggles here, they look pretty uncharacteristic for him.
You're certainly right about that. Mechanics are the key right now. Feet, arm, not in sync at all. He ends up throwing that one past his receiver that's open.
And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Able to find the open man. That's
complete. Down the sideline he goes. Inside the 10. Touchdown. A great effort there. A touchdown on a kick return and now one through the air. And the Dragons add 6 to their lead. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But, Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was first and goal from the 2, or I should say third and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
First and 10, Young. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Young will set to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside.
Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
And he's going to go down back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. And his kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he's stopped in the backfield.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
They'll look to throw here. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. And thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. The decision to go for it doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. Second down.
At the 31. A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
From the 31, here's second down and 8.
Young. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now third down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. Fourth down. Now the Ravens bring out the field goal unit here. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And his kick here is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Out now comes the Houston offense as you take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them is what? Win the division. Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things. But winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
63 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And a good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
15 yards on the play, first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Second down and a yard.
Ready.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set them up first and goal.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They'll try to run this one in. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball.
Touchdown! An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Dragons look poised to reach 17-0 as they add on to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. So the Ravens now down by 15. A minute 53 remaining. They need 2 touchdowns and at least 1 2-point conversion mixed in there as well. Now Young. And he's got his man on the out route. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Here's Young.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Play there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Ravens get a bit closer.
Extra point right down the middle as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So here we go. They'll need the recovery, obviously, then a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Get it! Hustle!
That one looks like he'll throw here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that one, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, they've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So now the story changes. Trailing in this one now. And time, a huge factor. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a 1st down.
Here we go.
Young.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Houston's offense taking over again.
And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs.
Here we go, here we go. Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
On play action, they'll throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now, anything helps trying to salt this one away in the fourth.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence.
And he'll be out of bounds after a gain of about 5. That stops the clock, but slow and steady won't win the race at this point. Here comes second down at 5. Young to throw.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 25 yards that time. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. He'll look to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Dragons have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns in 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. One last shot for Young. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.